show my support for the Affordable Care Act. That was a lifesaver for my family. My wife has an incurable disease. She was laid off from her job, lost her health care. If it hadn't been for Obamacare, we could have lost everything.
Go on.
Hi, I came here to speak to Representative McSally about the Affordable Care Act. It saved my son's life. He would have exceeded his lifetime maximum cap for medical treatment before he turned 3. The costs for his subsequent treatment would have bankrupted our family, and he would not be alive and healthy today without it. So my question is, what are you going to do to protect children like my son now and in the future so that they can receive the life-saving care that they need?
Okay, hi.
What's your question?
My question to McSally would be that instead of having a rally at a town hall at 4 o'clock in the afternoon in Sahuarita, it would be great if you had one in Tucson during a time when everybody could attend, people who work and so when are you planning on having a rally in Tucson that everybody can attend? Yeah, I do. I mean, I think that the Republicans had 8 years to come up with an alternative to the ACA. They don't seem to have a plan. Would you like to enlighten us on what some of the aspects of this replacement plan might be? Or are they just going to take health care away from 500,000 Arizonans?
What's your name?
Yes, I'm Linda Rothschild from Tucson, Arizona.
Hi, what's your question?
Hi. Well, basically, do you want to have a healthy, strong America? I think a healthy America is a strong, great America, so I'm hoping for that. I think that's essential for a strong country. Good health.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's your name?
My name's Alessandra Springman.
And what's your question?
My question is about the Affordable Care Act. My question is about provisions such as pre-existing conditions, as well as annual limits and lifetime limits. And so a lot of times when we talk about the Affordable Care Act, we talk about the individual mandate, people buying insurance on their own. But what about those of us who are on employer plans who have previous existing conditions? Are we going to be kicked off our employer plans, or if we switch jobs, are we going to lose our health insurance? Also, I've spent about, if you look at my insurance claims for the year, it's been about $12,000. That doesn't include the procedure I had last week. I make $30,000 a year. I can't afford a health savings account. I can't pay enough for my care. So if there are lifetime limits and we bring those back, what's going to happen to me? Am I going to have to choose between crippling medical debt or living with a horrible pre-existing condition? And if it's Saturday morning and I'm hemorrhaging blood, is it personal choice or is it freedom to have to decide, do I go to the ER right now, or do I wait until Monday to call my doctor's office to see if he can get me in, or do I have to wait for 3 months? So I want to know, are we going to preserve the pre-existing conditions protections? Are we going to preserve the lifetime limit and annual limit protections? And are we going to preserve health care for Americans who work and have employer-sponsored plans, as well as have plans on their own?
What's your name?
My name's David Wilson.
Dave, what's your question?
Well, I've written Martha McSally about the Affordable Care Act because my wife and I are covered under the provisions of that act. It's made coverage for our pre-existing conditions affordable. We know they wouldn't be otherwise. Hence the sign. Unaffordable is inaccessible. Martha McSally's response was that health care would be accessible to all Americans if they repeal Obamacare. I'm not interested in accessible. I'm interested in affordable. So the question would be, are you going to ensure that in fact health care is going to be affordable, not just accessible to all Americans?